Well, hello everyone. This is Jesse Bowen with the Martial Arts Extraordinaire podcast. I'm here with my guest, Grandmaster Fabio Bevilacqua, and he is the man. When I say he's the man, if you're in the martial arts, then you really, we have a great network relationship, and he is not in Italy. Where are you located, sir?
At the moment, I am in Spain again. At the
Spain.
moment,
There you go.
at the moment, but
Yeah.
just traveling so much.
Well, I see you out there, and I see all that you're doing. Uh, Everyone. So if you've heard of the Spartan event, he is the director, the man that makes it happen. Have not been to his event. I don't have it up on the screen. I forgot that part, but he is the man. If you want to, go to a great international event, Elite Publications, we are in big support of that. Actually, the new magazine that's coming out, he's actually featured on the cover. He's been on the cover of several of our magazines, and we've been promoting each other, really working together. Great relationship in that. So, hey, sir, welcome to our podcast today. And I know I'm going to see you probably in a few weeks down in Atlantic City at Seafood Goldberg's event.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. So I'm very, very happy to see you again and to make again this interview, this podcast. Yes, in a few times I see you again. I'm very, very happy. Don't forget that you are the sponsor, one of the sponsor of the International Spartan All Awards. And we arrived now this year at the fifth edition in Italy, in Verona, the city of Romeo and Juliet. I think that everybody know for this.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows
Yeah,
about Romeo and Juliet.
yeah. You cannot find there, but you can find the statue, the famous balcony. You have to find, and we have organized also this year, like last year in Rome, we organized the free tour in the city, also to have occasion to visit the famous balcony, the famous statue, that everybody, when arrived to see the statue of Juliet, everybody touched the teeth because it say that it's good luck. Anyway, everybody's ready. Anyway, the Spartan will be in the famous old historical castle Bevilacqua. The castle Bevilacqua in old centuries for a certain period has been property of my ancestors. So, and I'm very happy to make there because it's a good occasion also to visit those big castles, very famous in Verona. So anyway, so I'd like to have you also in Verona with your family, because anyway, not many, but some people comes from USA as always, because it becomes always more international, the Spartan. But I'm happy for this. But anyway, I don't pretend thousand people, few people and good people, but good friends. And every year we meet each other and have a nice gala dinner, VIP guests, everything, seminar, and many things.
Well,
Just
you do a great job of bringing. I remember back when you were talking about and thinking about this idea of bringing an event together, and we totally believe in you and the things you're doing, and we're all trying to have an impact in the world by doing something good. And this is what I see you doing, and I know that you are a knight. Am I correct with that? What is your title?
so about my family,
Hmm.
coming from my grandfather, we have the Duke title,
Okay.
Duke Bevilacqua. My ancestor was the grandfather was the Duke William Bevilacqua. And back to me, you see, son. of recognizing of the main institution, especially in Spain, that is monarchy. And I have my order, but it's not my order. It's Knight order that is because my family comes origin in a collateral way with the Gonzaga dynasty. Gonzaga dynasty were very famous in Europe, and but they finished the dynasty in 1700 because no other son follow the lineage, but there are collateral families. And my family in the past received the coat of arms joined with Gonzaga, because many Bevilacqua entered in this famous order of the precious blood of Jesus Christ and take part of this order. And this order finished in 1700 because they finished the dynasty, and I born again from the shadow this order to follow the history. And we have many knights now, and especially USA, and we have also some institution like some church that help us, and we help the church. And especially in the USA, the first, for example, the first night has been Alan Goldberg to enter, but there are others. There is Stephen Hayes, Jason Lau, Cynthia Rodrock. There are so many, and also in Europe. So step by step, we were growing. And now the last of my activity that I entered in Spain, we call Reales Tercios of España, which means the real guards of the king that was. And I am the grade of general inside. In fact, this Sunday I will be in Madrid for a special event that is for this real guards of the king of Spain.
Mm.
So more or less, this is many activities. Always my pension time is always busy for
Well, you know,
many activities.
everyone, this is why we call this program the Martial Arts Extraordinaire, because we have martial artists from around the world that you may not know that are doing extraordinary things and making the world a better place, not in their own space, whether it's in Spain or here in North Carolina, that we're all trying to have an impact as martial artists and the things that we do. And again, of course, we have the magazine, which this podcast is named after. And that's what the magazine is, a global magazine. So as you are, picking up the latest edition of the Martial Arts Extraordinary magazine, you can go to Amazon and you can get the copy. And right now, it's been on the bestseller list in the magazine and the Kindle copy. So it's paper copy and it is also Kindle ebook. We've just come out with the digital flipping page. So in the next couple of weeks, before we go to Atlantic City, we'll have the new cover that's going to be coming out. And sir, you are featured as our, cover feature. And this is really about the third time that we've featured you. And what we think of the magazine, it is a powerful tool for number one, branding, number two, bringing people together, giving them a chance to meet people that you wouldn't normally meet from around the world. Like I said, you're in Spain, I'm in North Carolina, but we met at Seafood Goldberg's event, and right away we knew that we had something in common, and that's the reason why Elite Publication is one of the sponsors in your event. And we want all our members. What is the date of this year's event?
So, before of all, thanks for your promotion in your wonderful magazine, because for me is what to do. I cannot say without it, because this is the middle. That this is the good way to be known for everybody, and you make really, really a good promotion for everybody. Obviously, it's not for me, right? But if for my if I arrive at some targets, it's also thanks to you because you push me in your magazine. Everybody has the possibility, like everyone. I invite everyone to participate in your magazine, your books, because and especially your magazine, your books are by paper because everybody can touch. I like the book, the magazine that I have a copy. I can touch. I can give to some friends. Other people can buy. This week, this month, there is the special article. My article is the Mui Fa John, which means the five blossom on the ground, winchen, and the like a small wooden dummy on the ground. That is a special article that explains very very well this training of winchen.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so this is just difference from the other article. Just to keep the technical article that can interest to everybody, and to realize also the pictures for this has been a little worried because many works to realize the picture. Anyway, so this is the thanks to you because every publication that you produce that I stay and I make my best to stay always inside. Also joining with the Alan Goldberg event because you have your stand there, everybody can see, you have a good choice, everybody can be interested for this. And just for this, I'm very happy to have you like a sponsor of the Spartan because you are really, in fact, in next Spartan, I'm very happy to expose also your magazine, your books in during the event that everybody can see because you stay in USA, okay. I stay in Europe, but I don't stay always in Spain because I travel a lot. I stay in Italy, in Lithuania. I stay many during the year, and also USA. And I think next June will be the new movie that I will come to to take it to make parts with La Hollywood production. So so in the sense that it's nice also for me to bring your magazine in other countries of Europe and see what happened. People when see your magazine remain very very wondered because it's good magazine, good articles, it's not stupid, and also you help people. Justice is important. You help people because you give the word to the people. This is the possibility. And maybe I have used the right expression. You give the word to the people, the possibility to explain, to make the presence about martial arts, but also for like me, the Spartan,
Right.
not only martial arts, because don't forget that the Spartan is not only martial arts. I've created a different Hall of Fame because I have also other people inside. I have artists, I have actors, I have people that is warrior in his life. This is the situation. So very very happy, and I cannot wait to see my cover page, my new cover page.
Yeah.
So
Well,
and
hopefully that's gonna be coming to you shortly, and everyone you're going to be able to get a copy. We'll have that copy there out there, but you can also one of the first in the December edition of the magazine, which is the Martial Arts Extraordinaire magazine. We have really, really worked hard to create something that is that's unique and different. That's why it's not a famous magazine. It's about a magazine of bringing all people together. You don't have to be the most famous person in the world and the other people, that you're doing this phenomenal job. Because sometimes some people just need to be lifted up. And when you're lifted up, other people can see you. And that's what famous people are. They're people that people see a lot of. And, so our magazine is designed to help raise everyone up to a level of status that they can be seen and they can the greatness that they have, it can be shown. So no matter, we work a lot with the guys down in Brazil, bringing things together. So we're an international magazine, and we're looking for to meet more people that want to be a part, of the Martial Arts Extraordinaire magazine. That you can be a part of it, and that's the reason why you've got events like Sifu Goldberg's event coming up in Atlantic City at the end of this month. We're going to be there with the release of his book. So this is going to be book number 7 for the Action Martial Arts Hall of Honor. So if you have been an inductee and you're not coming this year, no problem. But you can have your bio featured in this magazine. This is about legacy. So no matter what goes on in your life, you are always recorded. It's going to be in the Library of Congress. And so, your biographical information is always recorded. So this is really important for us to be recognized. Some people may say, well, I'm just an average guy. I don't want no limelight. But go out and do something, because if you do something, if people are laying back and not doing anything, then, well, you're correct. But we want to encourage. This is 2026, brand new goals, brand new opportunities, brand new times to build relationships. Hey, go to Spain. How many people would like to take a trip to Spain? Okay, I'm making a commitment on the show that for the 20, I may not be able to make the 2026 event, but 2027, I'm going to tell my wife tonight, I'm coming to I'm going to be at your event.
Wonderful.
So we already know that's sort of already out there. So 2027, get my chair right, get my plate right. Again, being inducted into your event was very extraordinary, and I'm thank you for it. You brought the award and everything to me in Atlantic City, and I truly do again appreciate you, appreciate the event. But as you were saying before, we host these events to recognize people, and we're hoping that they'll take the power of being recognized and use that to grow themselves, to elevate themselves. That's what it's about. It's about growth. If anyone says, well, it's not about, listen, if you go do something and you go in and impact the world, then you want the world to know. In the martial arts, if I have the ability to impact people, I want to tell people about it so they can bring their kids to me to train. As a publisher, I have the ability to impact people in publishing, to become best-selling authors, through our books, and to be highlighted in our magazines, to give them that recognition that they deserve. So that's what we really want to be able to do with the magazine and with the books. And again, you can go to the Action Martial Arts World History Book.com, or just message me through Facebook, or you can email me at info@elitepublications.org and get information about what we're doing with the magazine and what we're doing with the book. So tell us, sir, I know that you got a lot of background. So tell us a little bit about your martial arts background, how long you've been training in the martial arts, and who's the person that that you started with. What motivates you to become a martial artist?
So you write the book, but I can write another book about my life. Anyway,
we want you to do that this year too. That's the memoir we want to create on you this year.
Yeah, but you give always opportunity to the people to be known in the world. Is congratulations for this. Anyway, my martial arts background. I started at more or less 11-year-old with my eldest brother that unfortunately I lost many years ago, and introduced me in judo because in my city in that period I speak many years ago. Was not many martial arts, only judo and karate. So I started with judo, and step by step, I arrived the kickboxing. I started to make kickboxing, but just 2 years, and but from there, start to arrive with the famous Wing Chun. So to but arrive in the north of Italy, and I started with the famous in the world. um Federation, the WT, no, the Leontine Federation, and I went for almost 3 years in the north of Italy to learn the Wing Chun. After 3 years, I decided to go in Hong Kong because at that period, I speak about 1991. So not many people was with the good knowledge of the Wing Chun that period, because it was the beginning also in Italy. So I decided to go in the Mecca of Wing Chun in Hong Kong, and started to make travels and start to. I was introduced in the school of Sifu Stephen Chan, that is the first students of Grandmaster Jose Train. I started with him, and himself after introduced me in the old school of Grandmaster Jose Train that was direct student of Ip Man. I follow the learning of Wing Chun with the Grandmaster Jose Train for some years, and there was many sacrifice to go every time in Hong Kong, many times, so many money. So and also you can imagine that all my vacation, not with my family, but in Hong Kong to learn Wing Chun every year. And at the end, in the 1999, I received the written certification by Grandmaster Jose Schwein, like Sifu of his lineage, and authorized to teach his Wing Chun. So just for this, I'm happy because I think that about no Chinese man, I am the only person that received this written certification. I've been also recognized by WTAA, that is the Winson Athletic Association by the son of Ip Man, right? So in Hong Kong. So and after that, started to open the schools in Italy, start to teach, and thanks to at that period I didn't know you. So with just no, just for this to say the value of the magazine, and that period was not the internet, was a famous Italian magazine in Italy. I start to write article, technical article, make publicity. People call me, and step by step I was invited in several parts of Italy, and step by step, I start to open also schools in other parts outside Italy, like Holland, in Russia, especially in Moscow, in other parts of the Russia. I opened the schools. Now, unfortunately, it's 6 years that I cannot go because before the COVID, after the war, and so on, and then I think that finished to go there. But and my students also it's difficult that to come here. And anyway, I open, and my historical Guinness is that about this I can say with with how to say um, with the people that can say that's true. I have been the first to open a Wing Chun school Ip Man style in Moscow, in Russia, because nobody was there. I've been the first in the history in Russia, Ip Man
Wow.
style. So, and this is a Guinness that I have about my life because nobody was there. In fact, many people joined in the school, and there was a very good period for me also because to go to you imagine to go teaching there, it was not easy. Then now just I always follow to go seminar to make seminar in some parts, and follow also the other activity. But anyway, I repeat, and this was in the past, but it's already now that I suggest for everyone because for the middle of the magazine, I've been no, I'm not
Mhm.
very famous. I'm not nobody at the end, but if I in my because I can say honestly, Wing Chun was not my work. So I didn't live from the. I had my work. I work in NATO all my life in OTAN. So Wing Chun was my good, my passion, my
Mhm.
activity. So, and also for a good passion activity, I had so many school that I cannot share my always my time. But anyway, just to the message of the magazine and the other books, other things, because other people also issued the books for me, and I've been no, and this
Right.
I suggest for everyone.
Right. Right. Well, something that you said a few moments ago that's really hit my mind. And we were talking about the magazine. And I remember that my very first, I've been studying the martial arts for over 50 years now, but I remember that very first day that I went to a martial arts school. And I didn't want, I got involved in martial arts, so I didn't want to get beat up anymore. And so I saw what Bruce, there was a guy on my job, we didn't get along. I had seen the Bruce Lee movie and I saw what Bruce Lee did to all those guys. And I went to a martial arts school for that purpose and not wanting to get beat up. But I took the class and I got my uniform and I worked a second shift job. So I was on my way to work and I stopped at a convenience store. And as I was walking, I had not seen the word karate. I mean, just the word. And so now I'm involved in I knew the word, but not really hadn't seen it on a book or magazine
Yeah.
or anything like that. And I'm walking out this convenience store, and my eye catches across towards a book, a magazine rack, and I see the word karate. Oh,
Okay.
I'm studying karate now. What's that word? So I go over to the bookshelf and I pick up this magazine, and it was Karate Illustrate magazine. And I remember, and I'm saying that to sort of say the impact that that magazine had on my career, as a martial arts. And so I'm looking at this magazine cover, and I open up the front page, and there's a picture of Grandmaster Chuck Norris, and
Okay.
he's holding this giant trophy cup, and his foot is up in a chair, and a little old lady's him in his gi bottom. It was an advertisement about a uniform, but I remember thinking that very first day that I wanted to be a karate champion.
Yeah.
That picture of Grandmaster Norris in that magazine.
Yeah.
But that's the power of what we do. When we read information, we see information that can have a major influence, on our lives. So everyone, that is the power of that. And magazines are very important because they can be an influence in your business and by being featured. And that's what we with the elite publications and all the other things that we do. We look at the magazine as being able to be a part. Remember, you can go to Amazon and even get our back issues of the magazine. That is the Martial Arts Extraordinaire magazine. Okay, sir. So, any last words from you? We've got the event coming up. I'm going to see you in
Yeah.
Atlantic City. So, so take it away. Your last words belong to you.
Anyway, your magazine is in every stationery of the world, and you can find. And this is a good situation. So, and just to close, but you imagine you spoken about your karate, no? You imagine at my period when it start about the movie Bruce Lee movie, right?
Mhm.
So in Italy, everybody was thinking that Bruce Lee was making karate because nobody know kung fu, nobody know this other stuff. So and because I repeat, no internet, no other diffusion, and when you can find something in the stationery about the some magazine, and it was very precious. For example, in that period, I found the only only magazine was that period was Inside Kung Fu that finished it. It was historical, and it was the only that I can find, but not very soon, many years later. So anyway, your magazine is in every part of the world now. So I'm very happy that I suggest people to catch this opportunity because you really reach the world and you give the word to the people. I'm very happy also to introduce you in the Spartan also next year. And also because I bring always me with me the magazine, the books, I show to the people. And very happy also, honored that you accepted my sponsor, that you are my sponsor in the Spartan. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. And everyone, everyone has a story. You just have to get it out. And what we try to do with Elite Publications is to help people get their stories out. So if you're thinking about publishing a book, but you don't know where to get started, or you want to publish a book and you want to market and get your book to be an international bestseller, then Elite Publications can help you every step of the way to be able to do that. You want to be featured in our martial arts magazine. Maybe you want the writer magazine. I'm really excited. I'm partnering with some folks. We've got a new magazine going to be happening this year, and it's going to be on soccer. The World Cup's coming to the U.S., so be aware. We have a new magazine that's going to be coming out in March, and that magazine is really focused just on soccer. So we're not just, standing still and not making it happen. We're really trying to help the world go around and empower people by telling their stories and getting their message out. So remember, if you're thinking about writing, then visit our website, which is www.elitepublications.org. You can reach out, and hey, I don't mind giving my number. You can text me 919-618-8075. Email info@elitepublications.org. And remember, everyone has a story, and you just have to get it out. Be blessed.